Hey Eric, did you want to play some Super Mario Bros. 2?
I prefer the real
Mario 2.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. The real Super Mario Bros. 2.
I said the real
Mario 2.
Wait, what? Where did you even get this?
perfection.
Oh, Eric. Let's talk about Super Mario Bros. 2. Hey there, it's John from Adults Have Toys Too. Nintendo is celebrating the 35th anniversary of Super Mario Bros. Mario is truly an icon, and I wanted to take this time to talk about one of my favorite stories from video game history, the history of Super Mario Bros. 2. And to talk about Super Mario Bros. 2, we also need to talk about Super Mario Bros. 2. And to talk about both of them, we're going to have to talk about some of these games as well. Still with me? If you're anything like me, you have fond memories of playing Super Mario Bros. 2 on the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES. While the original Super Mario Bros. Came to the US pretty much unchanged, Super Mario Bros. 2 had a very different journey. Compared to the original Super Mario Bros., the graphics were richer, there were vertical scrolling sections, and multiple characters to pick from, and the environments had so much variety. Sure, the gameplay was a bit different. There were no Goomba or Koopa Troopa. Jumping on an enemy would result in you just riding it until you decided to pick it up. You pulled vegetables out of the ground and threw them at enemies, and all of the enemies were brand new to the series. There wasn't a Fire Flower, and King Koopa wasn't the main enemy. That's what we called Bowser back then. But then again, the original Super Mario Bros. Was quite the departure from Mario Bros. Mario Bros. Had you locked to a single screen. There was no big boss, and you couldn't even jump on enemies. Maybe this was just a new direction for Mario. But then came Super Mario Bros. 3. Super Mario Bros. 3 was a masterpiece of the genre, and really felt like a sequel to the original Super Mario Bros. Goomba and Koopa Troopa were back, Bowser returned with his children in tow, and all of the original power-ups were back, with some creative additions that fit right in with the game world. All of a sudden, Super Mario Bros. 2 felt like a misfit, a strange departure that felt even more alienated from the series when Super Mario World on the SNES came out, which continued the trends from Super Mario Bros. 3. So, what happened? If you were a child of the 80s in Japan, your memory of Super Mario Bros. 2 would be very different. Super Mario Bros. Began life on a cartridge on the Japanese Nintendo Family Computer, or Famicom. This is the machine that would later be released in the US as the NES. In 1984, Japan banned game rentals. Most games at the time were on computer systems like the MSX, and renting a floppy just to copy it was rampant.
I thought you knew better, don't copy that floppy!
Nintendo Famicom cartridges cost on average the equivalent of $60 due to the cost of chips in manufacture. To address the low-cost part of the market, Nintendo decided to develop a disk drive add-on to the Famicom. If you were a child in the 80s in Japan, it's very possible that this jingle is burned into your memory. Games on disk were not only cheaper to buy, but blank disks could be purchased and taken to a writing station where a new game could be written to it for the equivalent of only $5. When you were done with that game, you could buy another for $5 and write over the same disk. Some of Nintendo's most iconic properties had games exclusive to the disk system, starting with the original Legend of Zelda, which made use of the disk size and the ability to save the disk. The other major release for the launch of the disk system was Super Mario Bros. 2. But probably not the one you remember. This had the tagline, "For Super Players." Graphically, there were minor improvements from Super Mario Bros., but overall it's obvious it was pretty much the same programming.
This was the first Mario game to put faces on the clouds and the trees in the background. They changed up some of the tiles. Mostly the graphics are the same, but they did change the map significantly, and they also added a poison mushroom.
Today, this might be considered more of an expansion pack than a whole new game. This was really catered for the person who had mastered Super Mario Bros. And was looking for a new challenge. And boy, did Super Mario Bros. 2 deliver. This game was hard. very hard. And according to Nintendo of America, too hard. When the American team saw what Nintendo of Japan had done for a sequel to one of the best-selling games of all time, they were not happy. This game just would not fly in the American market, and they demanded an entirely new game to be the sequel for Super Mario Bros. Nintendo of Japan just couldn't throw resources at a new Super Mario Bros. 2. They had already started development of Super Mario Bros. 3. As fate would have it, there was another game floating around the Nintendo offices that would change the world of Mario forever. The Fuji TV station in Japan was having an event called Yume Kojo 87 to promote their new media and the upcoming fall lineup.
みんなおいでよ、夢工場へ。夢工場87は今年夏、東京と大阪で同時開催。マイル券はただいま発売中。みんな来てね。
Nintendo and Fuji TV had a good relationship, even releasing a game called All Night Nippon Super Mario Bros., which was a promotional game for a talk show. It was pretty much a mashup of Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. 2, with some of the show's hosts taking the place of various characters in the game. Fuji TV was again working with Nintendo to make a promotional game, which came to be known as Yume Kojo Doki Doki Panic, or Dream Factory Heart-Pounding Panic. Doki is the Japanese sound for a loud heartbeat.
Doki Doki Panic is the story of two children, Pokey and Peaky, who were pulled into a book by the vegetable-hating Mamu. It was then up to Imagine and his girlfriend Lena and Mama and Papa to enter the story and save Pokey and Peaky. If you're at all familiar with Super Mario Bros. 2, this will look and sound extremely familiar. This is Yume Kojo Doki Doki Panic. You could say they hardly changed anything at all. Now whether this was laziness or just a time crunch really doesn't matter, because this game is what became our Super Mario Bros. 2.
Being a scrolling platformer made by some of the Super Mario Bros. Team, Nintendo went to work to make Doki Doki Panic into a new Super Mario Bros. Game. The most obvious change was Imagine and family were swapped out for Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and Toad. They each play like their counterparts in Doki Doki Panic, with Mario being the balanced Imagine, Luigi the high-jumping Mama, the princess floating like Lena, and Toad quickly pulling vegetables like Papa. These skill sets have become part of these characters' legacies. There were other changes too. Because it was being released on a cartridge, the save function was removed. Some of the items were changed as well. The magic lamp became a potion, the heart a mushroom, extra lives became 1-up mushrooms, and this weird black head thing? They became shells. And the POW blocks and grass became animated as well. All of the enemies from Doki Doki Panic remained, and many have since become important parts of the Mario universe. Shy Guys, Birdo, Pokies, and even the Bob-omb all originated in Doki Doki Panic. The story doesn't end here though. A few years after Super Mario World was released, Nintendo of Japan released Super Mario Bros. USA, which was just our Super Mario Bros. 2 in a pretty pink cartridge.
This would be the first time Japan saw Yume Kojo Doki Doki Panic with the Mario cast of characters. The game is exactly the same to the Super Mario Bros. 2 we have here in the US, just with a different title screen. This Japanese timeline is the reason why the Mario Bros. 35th Anniversary pin set has Super Mario Bros. 2 after Super Mario World.
The Japanese Super Mario Bros. 2 wouldn't officially see American soil until 1993, when it was remastered and included in Super Mario Bros. All-Stars as Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. The original Famicom version wouldn't be released in the US until 2007, when it was added to the Wii Virtual Console. While the US Super Mario Bros. 2 is just a fresh coat of paint on a game that already existed, it is one of the most influential games of the Mario universe, defining character traits and introducing a cast of characters that has become inseparable from the world of Nintendo. So I really hope you enjoyed coming along with me talking about a game that's very close to my heart. If you like what you saw, leave a like. If this brought you some satisfaction, then make sure you subscribe. But until next time, never stop having fun.